Hello, LifeVantage. This is Darren Jensen and April Wagner coming to you live from Midway, Utah. We are at the Pro 5 Summit, and this is one of our Movers and Shakers series. So before we start talking to April, let's, as always, give away a free gift. Brady, ooh, good throw. Didn't even have to move my hands. For those of you that are joining us, if you want to put into the comments section your name, your city, your state, and we'll get to you a nice LifeVantage shirt. And again, name, city, state, country where applicable, and we'll get you into a drawing for a free shirt. So, all right. As part of our Movers and Shakers series, you know, whenever I'm up here at the Pro 5 Summit, one of my favorite meetings and events that we have at LifeVantage, because we bring people in together from all areas of the world, and really we get to know each other here a lot better. Both they get to know corporate and they get to know everyone else, and it really creates kind of a class-like relationship. We're the Pro 5 class of, I guess, March 2019. But so whenever we come in, we always have a bunch of great leaders. And even though it is Pro 5 Summit, April is a Pro 7 working on Pro 8, right?
That's right, yep.
What's the target for Pro 8?
Hopefully this month.
Wow, this month already and coming to Pro 5 Summit. That's awesome. So I've known her and her husband Bob for about 1.5 years now. They've been here with the company. And why don't you just share with everyone a little bit of your story. I know you've been in the industry about 27 years.
That's correct.
And maybe a little bit about your experience, and then how did you make it here to LifeVantage?
Okay, well, thank you. Thanks for having me, first off.
My pleasure.
Thrilled. Well, we have been in this industry now for about 27 years, and actually got involved because my husband had a very traditional business and didn't get his receivables, and if you don't get paid, you can't pay others, so that really forced him out of business. But you need to replace that income. I mean, everybody needs those incomes to survive these days. And so luckily, through a scenario of events, we found out about multi-level marketing. And so we were with our first company for 25 years, did extremely well. And then overnight, it was a privately held company, I should say, just closed. And so we needed to find a new home. And luckily, Dave Fleming, who is corporate here, knew of us from our previous company and called us up, and we had a great conversation. We related to him so well, was super, super excited about everything that's going on here, and who wouldn't be. And so that's when we decided to join LifeVantage about 1.5 years ago.
Well, and we're really grateful to have them come in. You know, it's sad that your company for 25 years closed overnight, and I think, you know, that's one of the benefits that I like about LifeVantage being public. You want to know how we're doing? Just look at it. I mean, we have to tell you how much money we have in the bank. We have to say, you know, everything. So we wouldn't be able to surprise anyone like that.
That's right.
So, well, you know, having you here as part of Movers and Shakers, what I want to talk to you about is how are you currently growing your business today? So you're looking at going from Pro 7 to Pro 8. And most say, wow, you've been in the business for 1.5 years and you're working on Pro 8, which is incredible. It's not normal. Let's say that wouldn't be necessarily normal, but you guys have had a lot of experience coming in, so that's good. What would you say is helping you grow your business right now? And those that are listening that may be brand new to the business or working on Pro 1 or Pro 2 or Pro 3, what can you share with them that might be helpful? I mean, some tips.
Well, we love all the tools that LifeVantage gives you. You know, the Pro 2, Pro 3, hustle, all that, the trips in particular. You know, I can tell you on the way over here, from the airport to the hotel, we were all talking about the trip, how many points we have, and more importantly, exactly what we need to do to get to that next level so that our spouse can go on the trip, maybe get a little cash, and you know, that's really cool. That's very incentivizing, and everybody is just super, super excited about this Ireland trip. So they're continually talking about it, and it kind of sets a goal for them, even if they're not a goal setter. It's there. So that's one of the things that LifeVantage does so well.
So one thing that you do is you leverage well, I should say the incentive trips.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah, that, and then the Pro 2 and Pro 3, the extra money that they get there is very important. Out of the gate, you've said so many times, that money that they earn right away. And we know that too, from our previous company. Once you get people started and you get them earning money, you kind of lock them in. And so one of the things that we've always done is we have a term we call to get the pot boiling at the bottom. And so we will go down, not worried so much about the person on our front line who maybe is more locked in than the person that's on our second or third, but we'll go down that fourth, that fifth, sixth level, deal with that person personally, make sure they're successful, because we know if they're successful, all the way up, everybody's excited, everybody's, just, high-fiving everybody, you've got new people, everybody's excited, you're moving through the ranks, they're moving through the ranks. So if you get the pot boiling at the bottom, it makes everybody that much happier.
Yeah, I can see how that would work. It's because if you can get that bottom part really going, it trickles. I don't know if trickle up. I normally hear trickle down, but actually it would be flowing up through the organization and help people at all different levels. Here at Pro 5, we get to sit, and like we were just having lunch a few minutes ago, and I was sitting on the table with people from Australia, and we had people from Colorado, and they were talking back and forth about, okay, so how are you building your business in Australia? Because I'd really like to bring that enthusiasm to Colorado, and how do you so I can see how getting that lower level growing, and that's what basically they said too. We just make sure that everybody down below is doing really well.
That's right.
And it drives everyone.
Mm-hmm.
What you mentioned about the trips.
Mm-hmm.
How do you create that excitement within the group? Do you, on a weekly basis, maybe on your team calls, do you talk about how everyone's doing and highlight those that are progressing? And hey, Betty, you're just 2 points short, and wow, everybody, let's, how do you do it?
Again, the company does such a great job of outlining that in our back offices. We can see where everybody is. So, we can, cheer on those people that are getting close to getting there. Those that aren't, we can cheer those on. So it just gives us a real good indication, instead of just being blind of not knowing where anybody is with qualifying. We know exactly where they are. So we can go and help those that truly want to go. And one of the things that Bobby and I have done over the years is everybody says they want. They want to go on the trip, and a lot of people. And the way that we kind of narrow down those that truly want, if you tell them what to do and they do it, that's always a good indication of somebody that really wants to go out there and do it. That's the person we want to help.
Wonderful. So you've been in the business here with us for about a year and a half. Anyone that is starting a new business or starting a new organization, there's challenges, I'm sure. What have you found to be challenges, and how have you overcome those? Because if you're probably facing some of the challenges that everybody else is, and I'm sure the more that we can share solutions, it might help somebody.
Okay.
So.
Well, I think the challenges always boil down to time or money. So, Bobby had lost his company. We were bankrupt when we started. We had just had our second baby, was all of a week old. So when moms talk about, juggling kids, I have solutions for that. If it's not having money when you get started, we have solutions for that. And it's just working through them. And I think just continually talking to people and getting to the root of their real problem. I think sometimes the excuse they tell us the first time is not what's really keeping them from doing what they need to do.
Maybe just convenient to say,
Yeah.
well,
They didn't have a babysitter or something else was
I
going
didn't
on.
have a babysitter,
Yeah.
I don't have enough money, I don't
Right.
have the time. I like that. I don't have the time to look at something that may give me more time.
Right.
It's like
Crazy.
a circular loop there on that one. Anything else that you'd like to share? Any other, tidbits or wisdom that you think, let's say, I always say, if you're in an elevator and you have just 30 seconds and you're in there with a Pro 1 and they stop you and say, April, look, I know we only have a few floors, but what is the most important thing that you could tell me in this time that might help me?
Consistently talking to people, you'll get better. Just keep talking, keep talking, keep talking.
Yeah, I would agree. Got to open your mouth.
Yeah.
If you don't. And what I like about that is it indicates that you're still in the production phase of your business.
Oh, very
when we
much
move
so.
into manager mode, and instead of talking, we give orders
Right.
or manage.
No.
It's very different than talking to people and producing and bringing them in. Marcel Niederhauser, one of our Pro 10s, he always says, oh, you're having a challenge in your business. Go out and recruit 5. Or, hey, I've got this other challenge. Oh yeah, go out and recruit 5,
Right.
and getting into that production phase. And I know that that's something that I've really been impressed with you and your husband. Even after 27 years,
Correct.
you guys are right in the middle of the production phase.
Oh,
still.
yeah, definitely. That's what
So
keeps you alive.
congratulations.
That's what keeps the stories. That's what keeps it exciting. That's how you relate to everyone. Absolutely. And you know what? When you get one recruit, it solves all problems. So that's all you got to do is help them get one recruit, and all those objections go away.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, April, for
Thank you.
being
Thanks for
with us
having me.
today. And thank
Appreciate
you
that.
for taking your time today to join us. And again, put your name, your city, state, country where applicable into the comment section. Put you into the drawing for a free shirt. So from behalf of me and April here up at our Pro 5 Summit, thanks for joining us. We'll see you later. Bye.